okay, this is a biggie. This is really what my last few videos have been leading up to. And maybe some of you may have guessed or figured out by now that this video was coming. Yes, it's DoDonPachi, my absolute favourite bullet hell shooter of all the times. DoDonPachi is a vertically scrolling bullet hell shoot 'em up, developed by Cave and published by Atlas in 1997. It was the second game developed by Cave, and the sixth on Cave's first generation arcade hardware. And from the very beginning, and I do mean the very beginning of the first level, you can see just how chaotic the game will be. It's almost like it has continued from where DonPachi finished. Look at these enemy waves. Look at the destruction. Look at the explosions. And the wall of bullets from the enemies. It's like Cave sat down in a meeting to discuss a sequel to DonPachi, even though they didn't like it, and just said, yes, we would like more of the same, please. And that's what they got. I am usually critical of when a sequel doesn't change anything. It's like an extended cash grab, but DoDonPachi does have some differences that do actually make a difference to the gameplay. Compared to DoDonPachi is generally known for introducing new gameplay elements while improving or changing existing ones, including the addition of Maximum Mode. This mode is triggered whenever a bomb is collected when all bomb slots are full. During Maximum Mode, the player's score increases massively, except during boss fights. Whenever a bomb is used or the player loses a life, Maximum Mode ends until bomb overstocking occurs again, which will cause the multiplier to resume at the last multiplier level. The multiplier is carried over to successive stages, including new loops. The get point system, or GPS, from DonPachi is improved. Destroying an enemy, or part of an enemy, increases the combo by 1 and builds up a combo gauge on the left side. The combo gauge constantly drains, and the combo is broken when it empties. Using the laser to continuously damage an enemy will maintain a low level on the gauge, and periodically increases the combo by 1. The player receives an increasing number of points for the same enemy with a larger hit count. Other notable changes, in my opinion, are to the sound. The music sounds a lot better, and I think Cave must have moved the recording studio from the bathroom to the soundproof room, as the echo and tinniness is gone, thankfully. The other thing that is gone is the announcer. Well, not gone, but replaced. Due to equal opportunities or something, the guy has been replaced with a woman who sounds a little computerised, but still adds some quality atmosphere to the gameplay. And boy oh boy, does this gameplay great, or what. It's actually like DonPachi has been turned all the way up to 11. Everything has been given that little bit extra to make it stand out from its predecessor. The visuals have had extra tweaks. The sound has been improved as well. The collision box has been made that little bit smaller, but that only means that the tsunami of bullets you experience in the game has intensified as well. It's complete bonkers insane, the amount of bullets you get shot in your direction in this game. I have no earthly idea how anyone can play this on 1 credit without losing a life, without the need for some tool assistance. And I have used Taz again for this game. Can you blame me? Really? It might be more of the same, but on steroids. But this game does enough to separate it from DonPachi. And it's the small things, like the addition of a life bar for the bosses, the shrapnel from the enemies as you blow them to smithereens, and the backdrops now seeming more and more ravaged by war and conflict. But it's the improvement in the music I appreciate the most. The soundtrack rocks along with the absolute frenetic shooting, and it's almost in perfect sync and rhythm with the action. I just frickin' love this game. I really do. From the first credit into the machine at booths in the summer of '98, I was hooked on the thing. It was like a drug almost. The action was so addictive. I must have spent easily £20 on that first day on it. I got pretty far, I think it was about level 5, if I remember, and felt pretty good with my efforts, even if my wallet was a little lighter. But just as I finished, some dude jumped onto the machine and I got talking to him about the game, and he told me he was a current high score holder, which was easy to see why. With only 3 credits, he managed to get past level 7, and I remember offering to shake his hand, but got ignored. But with good reason, as he knew the game looked and didn't want the distraction. I stuck around a while longer to see if he would beat the game, but no, he wasn't able to. And I felt sorry for the guy, but then I got worried, as I thought he might have said I put him off the game, and so to make amends, I asked if he wanted a 2-player go, and then I got this really strange look off him. It was a look like I had asked him for a shot of his wife or something. And that was the thing with arcades. Back in the days of Street Fighter 2, you would be playing a game and you would have a complete stranger just put in 50p and decide they were playing you for the machine. This was just accepted. But times had changed, and Glasgow was a rough place. So maybe it was just better to walk away. And just as I was about to do that, he then agreed to the 2-player game, and I thought, excellent. And playing DoDonPachi was a real joy, even with a complete random stranger. I didn't manage to get very far in the game, and after 2 or 3 credits, I threw in the towel. But again, this guy managed to get into the second loop. He told me the second loop was a lot harder, as a curtain of bullets all moved faster and closer together to really trap you in there. Which I can totally agree with years later, thanks to MAME, and cheating, of course. I did play DoDonPachi quite a few more times over the following months, but I was just rubbish at these games. I could afford to drop loads of money into the machine, but didn't see the point, as that was like buying the victory. So I had to concede defeat on yet another bullet hell shooter. But this did not dampen my affection for the game. And again, although it did come out on the PlayStation, I never bought it, as I never seen it anywhere apart from on Japanese import at CA Games. But at that time, I had no way of playing imported games on my PlayStation, and by the time I did, I had access to MAME, and I thought, why bother with a port when I will be able to play the real thing fairly soon. DoDonPachi is my favourite bullet hell shooter, and it's actually one of my all-time favourite games, and I do regularly play this when I have downtime at work or when I am performing backups of my hard drive. You can just pick it up and play, pretty much like all the other bullet hell shooters. But there is something about DoDonPachi that really resonates with me. It's that untangible you can't quite put your finger on. It's just such an awesome game, it really is. And I do encourage everyone to give it a go on MAME if you can. You will not regret it. And that was my look back at DoDonPachi. If you like this video, then please do give me a sub and a thumbs up, or maybe even a comment or two below with your memories of DoDonPachi on any format. And a massive thank you to all of those who have subscribed to my channel. Your support and feedback goes a long way in helping the channel grow, and I do appreciate all of the comments and feedback, so thank you very much from me. That's all from me, folks. Thanks for watching.